Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. And welcome back to the 2009-10 hockey season replay here on the channel. We are at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today for this game as we're getting set for a Saturday afternoon matinee between the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers. Looking at the standings so far, the Devils are in third place in the Atlantic Division with 16 points with a record of 8-10. The Flyers are behind them at 6-8-2. This will be New Jersey's first time on the board, Philadelphia's second. Without any further ado, what say we jump right into the game? Face-offs are even for both teams. We've got Michael Leighton and Martin Brodeur in net for the Flyers and Devils respectively. So let's drop the puck as the teams are at center ice. 11 should be a home win. That'll be home any player. We'll give that over to Gagne, and we'll be off and running for the Flyers. Opponent defense 10 for Langenbrunner. That'll be a penalty already. Langenbrunner will go off for tripping. 1, 2, 3. 20 is your power play. And if all four rated defensive players, they are not. So that will be no shots on the power play. That wasn't very interesting. Flyers couldn't do anything with the first power play of the game. 7 on a face-off as that'll come back out to neutral ice. That'll be over to the home left wing, right back to Gagne, and he will have it once again. Inside shot for any player. He will give that to Richards. Niedermeyer on a 1-12 will try to intimidate. That's an 8. Niedermeyer will take the puck away. Niedermeyer with it for the Devils. Passing D. That'll be an outside shot for Parise. He will try to... He's going to try to make a pass. Actually, I think he's going to try to penetrate on a... Is he going to try to penetrate? On a 1-10, he gets in. Yeah, he's going to try to penetrate. That is a 10. He will have an inside shot. Bring the dice tower a little bit more in shot. Parise is going to gain the slot. He'll let it go. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offense, any player with offensive rating 2 or more. That is, actually, Parise is going to follow his own rebound to the net. He's right in the slot. He's got it. That's an 11. That's a goalie rating on Leighton. 7, 9, and 11 are your bad numbers. That's a 9. Score! Zach Parise gets the Devils out to an early lead here in Philadelphia. 1-0 in favor of the Devils. Arena groans. Ugh. We'll flip over... Yeah, we'll flip over a couple cards to get an assist. Any player with an 8, no. Right D, that'll be Parise from green. Oh, that's a 1 assist only. Never mind. So that'll be only from green. But the Devils already off to a 1-0 lead. We'll bring everybody back to center ice. For the face-off, a 9... On the face-off is going to be going to the home left wing back to Gagne as the Flyers now find themselves trailing here early in the first. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner is going to let that go from the point. That's a 10. That'll be a save made by Leighton and over to Pronger. Pronger with the puck for the Flyers. That'll be opponent defense 4 looking at green. He'll take the puck away with an inside shot. Carl will try to intimidate. He will intimidate, take the puck away. Carl with it for the Flyers. Outside shot only for anybody. He will give that to... Actually, he's going to take that himself from the... No. Yeah, he's going to take that himself. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance as he throws it at the net. Offense, any player with an offense rating for him, or Gagne's a 4. He'll have that with a rebound in the slot. That's a 9. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. 7 and 8 are bad numbers. That's a 10. Brodeur will smother that one. He'll get the face-off. And face-off will come to the right of Brodeur. With a 4, that'll go over to the right wing. That'll be up to Carcillo for the Flyers. And we're off once again. Lose the puck. Outside shot for any player. The Devils will give that to... Parise. Carcillo is not going to try to intimidate. Parise will let that go from the point. That's a 6. That'll be a save and over to Carcillo, except we've got a forwards line change. There is a bit of an elephant in the room here, but I'll talk more about that when we get the next stoppage of play. Whoop, wrong card. Passing D for Briere. Passing D will be an inside shot for Hartnell. Elias will try to intimidate at a 1-12. That's a 9. Elias will take the puck away. Elias with it for the Devils. Possible breakaway. Defensive, right defenseman if breakaway penetration rating is 4, green is a 2. That'll be over to Pronger with it for the Flyers. Lose the puck and another possible breakaway. Center if the breakaway penetration rating is 3 or more. Zubris is a 3. He is in alone on Leighton. He'll let that go. That's an 11. That's a goal on a 1-14 and score! Danius Zubris puts the Devils up 2-0. Arena groans. Ugh. We'll deal with assists, and I'll talk about the elephant in the room here. Actually, the elephant in the room is going to be coming up in about 5 seconds. As that will be an assist from Kovalchuk. And actually, Kovalchuk is the center of the elephant in the room, but we'll talk about that momentarily. And Elias. Actually, Elias is... Nope, he's second line. Never mind. As the Devils now hold a 2-0 lead. And the elephant in the room is Ilya Kovalchuk. I discovered this when I was setting up, but apparently Stratton inside the crease card Kovalchuk for this season differently. He's a devil for this season in Strat, but he's a thrasher for inside the crease. I don't know why that was set up that way. I'd have to ask the creators. Chris Davis of Inside the Crease or Inside Sports Games might explain to me why he carded Kovalchuk as a thrasher. Strat will probably tell me to kick rocks if I ask them, so I'm not going to bother trying to ask them about that question. Let me plug this phone in so it can charge. There we are. And then we'll drop the puck on another face-off. Face-offs are +1 to Philadelphia. A 2 will be a superior win all day long. That'll go over to the right defenseman, as now the Flyers need to get something going. That's Pronger. Pronger will lose that over to Green. Green with it for the Devils. He'll lose it right back to Pronger just in time for a defensive line change. And that's Timonen now with it for the Flyers. Looking at losing the puck. Outside shot only for White. White will let that go from the point as he gains the zone. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right wing if offense rating 2 or more. Elias is a 4. He's got a rebound shot. That's a 3. That's a goalie rating on Leighton. That's a 7. Score! Patrick Elias. And the Devils are coming out firing in this one as they now lead 3-0. Arena barfs. Bleh. As we'll flip over for assists. That'll be from Zubris. And let's see. And Mateau. As the Devils are coming out firing here in the first period of this game. They already have a 3-0 lead. Faceoffs are +1 to Philadelphia. Wrong card. That's a 3. That should be a superior win. That will be over to the superior left wing. That will be Hartnell with it for the Flyers as they need to get something going here badly. Losing the puck, outside shot only for Mateau. Mateau will let that go from the point. 5, save made and over to Carter. Carter with it for the Flyers. Opponent defense 5, Zubris. That'll be an outside shot for Hartnell. That's a 6 on an outside shot. Save made and over to Elias. Elias with the puck for the Devils. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Briere. Briere's going to let that go from the point. That's an 11. Save made over to White. White for the Devils. Opponent defense 6, Coburn. That'll be an outside shot for Kovalchuk. He's going to let that one go after he gains the zone. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive center, defense rating 3 or more. Carter is a 4. He'll have control of that, but we'll have a forwards line change before we get there. Flyers really need to get something going here. Giroux with the puck now for the Flyers. Inside shot for anybody. He will take that himself. Zajac will try to intimidate, though. That's a 7. Zajac will take the puck away. Zajac with it, passing F, will be an outside shot for Clarkson. Clarkson is going to try to make a pass. He'll lose the puck up to Asham. Asham with it for the Flyers. Lose the puck, outside shot only for Zajac. Zajac lets that go from the point. That's a 7. Save made and over to Coburn. Coburn for the Flyers, looking at passing D. Outside shot for Asham. He's going to try to make a pass with it. Passing J will be an inside shot for Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk lets that one go. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. 7 and 8 are your bad numbers. That's a 5. Save made by Brodeur. He'll give that over to Clarkson. Clarkson with it for the Devils. Opponent defense 3, Van Riemsdyk. That'll be an inside shot for Zajac. Coburn is going to try to intimidate. And a 10. Coburn will intimidate, take the puck away. Coburn with it for Philadelphia. Passing F. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Zajac. Zajac is going to try to make a pass. Passing L will be an inside shot for anybody. He will give that to... He'll give that to Rolston, as Rolston's going to let an inside shot go against Layton. That's a 12. That would be a goalie rating if the Devils were on the power play, but since they're not, Layton will smother that. He'll get the face-off. That face-off will come to the right of Layton. Face-offs now are +1 to New Jersey. 10 should be a superior win. That will be a superior win. Over to the right wing, over to Clarkson, and we're off. Passing E for Clarkson will be an outside shot for Zajac. He's going to try to make a pass. Passing L for Zajac. That's an inside shot for anybody. He'll give that up to Rolston again. Rolston will let that go from the slot. A 9. Save made and over to Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk with it as time's running out for Philadelphia in the first period. Opponent defense 8. That'll be a penalty on Clarkson. That will end the period. We'll see what the power play is. A 6. If the right defenseman is a 4, he is a 4. So on a 6, that'll be we'll resolve the inside shot for Giroux. Actually, no. We'll resolve the breakaway. Wait, 6 is a breakaway for the right wing. So that's actually Clarkson with a breakaway shot. He's in alone on Layton, shorthanded. 8 is a rebound chance. Defensive right wing, if defense 2 or more, Asham is a 1. So opponent with the rebound shot. That'll be Rolston with the rebound shot. That's a 10. That would be a goal if the Devils were on the power play, but they're not. Still, a bad sequence for Philadelphia on the power play. And an inside shot for Giroux. He'll let that one go from the slot. That's an 8. That's another rebound chance. Offensive left D if offense rating 2 or more. Coburn is a 2. He'll have a rebound shot. That's an 8. That's another rebound. Brodeur leaving a few rebounds, which is uncharacteristic for him. Offensive left wing if offense rating 3 or more. That'll be Van Riemsdyk with a rebound. And a 12. That'll be a save made, and there's the horn to end the first period. And the Devils getting off to a fast start in this one. They lead 3-0 after 1. And I'm sure if there are any Flyers fans in chat, they would be screaming for the hook for Layton in this one. Honestly, 1 or 2 more goals, and I probably will give Layton the hook. It's not going to screw with his goals against at all or anything like that because I don't keep stats. But still. That would be a horrible performance in the first period of this game. Just going to get everything ready here for the second period, including the scoreboard. All right, I'm just doing the shuffling and all of that off camera, in case you're wondering why it's gone silent. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we are all set to start the second period of this game. Face-offs are even. And a 12 should be a visitor win. That'll be visitor any player, so that will go over to Langenbrunner to start the second period of this game. He'll lose that over to Gagne. Gagne with it for the Flyers. Inside shot for anybody. He'll give that up to Richards. Niedermeyer will try to intimidate at a 1-12. That's a 7. Niedermeyer will take the puck. Niedermeyer with it. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for Gagne. Gagne will let that go from the point. That's a 9. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. Once again, 7 and 8 are bad numbers. That's an 11. Save made, and Brodeur will give that over to Salvador. Salvador with it for the Devils. Opponent defense 1. Carl will take the puck away with an inside shot. Salvador will try to intimidate. That's a 9. Salvador will take that puck right back. Salvador with it, looking at passing D. He'll lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. He'll give that up to Richards. Niedermeyer will try to intimidate. He'll fail to take away the puck, and a possible penalty on Niedermeyer. And a 7 is no penalty. We'll play on. Richards with it now. He will lose that over to Niedermeyer anyway after all of that. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Sorry about jarring the camera. Left D if the breakaway penetration rating is 3 or more. Carl is a 2. He'll lose that over to Salvador. Salvador looking at opponent defense 9. Carl will take the puck away with an outside shot only. He'll let that go from the point. That's a 12. That would be a goalie rating, except Brodeur gets a piece of it, and he'll smother it for the face-off. I'm going to take a quick drink of my Crystal Light before we have that face-off. Definitely feeling my throat getting a little dry there. Face-offs remain even. 17 should be a visitor win. That will be visiting left defenseman. That'll go over to Green, and we're off once again. Inside shot for anybody. The Devils will give that up to Parise. Carcillo is not going to try to intimidate. Parise with an inside shot from the slot. That's a 5. That'll be a save made, and over to Pronger. Pronger with it for the Flyers. Passing D will be an inside shot for Richards. Niedermeyer will try to intimidate. That's a 13. That'll be an inside shot for Richards. He's going to let that go. That's a 5. That would be a goalie rating if the Flyers were on the power play, but Brodeur sees a bouncing puck. He decides not to do anything funny with it, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Brodeur, with a new group of forwards all around. Okay. Face-off to the left of Brodeur in this one. Face-offs are +1 to Philadelphia. One should be a superior win all day long. That will go to the superior left defenseman. That is Carl for Philadelphia, and we're off. Passing D will be an inside shot for Carter. Zubris will try to intimidate, and he will take away the puck with a possible penalty for no penalty. Zubris a little close to the line, but the refs let him get away with one. Inside shot for anybody. He'll give that up to Kovalchuk. Briere is not going to try to intimidate, unfortunately. Kovalchuk with an inside shot from the slot. That's a 5. Save made by Layton over to Carter. Carter with it for Philadelphia. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Elias. He'll let that go from the point. That's a 3. Save made back over to Carter. Carter with it. He'll lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Right defenseman, that is Salvador. He's in alone on Layton. Can he do anything with the breakaway? That's a 4. He'll lose that over to Pronger. Pronger making a huge play getting back. Opponent defense 2. Green will take the puck away with an inside shot. Carl is going to try to intimidate. 15 just at the top of the range, but he will take the puck away just in time for a defensive line change. Coburn with the puck. Opponent defense 9. Looking at White's defense 9. He'll take the puck away with an outside shot only. White's going to let that go from the point. A 3. He'll lose that over to Briere. Briere with it for Philadelphia. Losing the puck. Outside shot only for White. Another shot from the point for White. A 7 this time. He'll lose that right back to Briere. Briere staying with him on that. Opponent defense 11. Kovalchuk. That's a penalty on Kovalchuk. He's going to go off for tripping. 1, 2, 3. We'll have a forwards line change, and then we'll see what kind of power play the Flyers are looking at. They need to get something going here. Flyers are going to have a power play of 10. If the right wing is a 2 or more on defense, Clarkson is a 2. Okay, so we'll start off with an outside shot for the left wing. That will be Van Riemsdyk with an outside shot. That's a 4. That'll be a save. Then an outside shot for Giroux. 10 is a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 7. Score! Claude Giroux gets the Flyers on the board with their first of the day here on the power play late in the second period. Arena cheers. Yay! We'll flip over for assists. Let's see. Right wing, no. Right defense, that'll be from Timonen. And Giroux scored. Timonen's already got an assist on this one. And Asham. Flyers trying to come back into this one, but they've still got they've got a pretty good ways to go, and a future Hall of Famer across the ice from them. Faceoffs are +1 to New Jersey. 16 though should be an inferior win. That will be an inferior win over to the right wing. That is up to Asham, and we're off. Opponent defense 8 looking at Rolston. He will take the puck away with an outside shot only. Rolston will let that go from the point. A 10. That's a goalie rating on Layton. 7, 9, and 11 are bad numbers. That's a 7. Score! Brian Rolston gets it right back for the Devils and restores the 3-goal lead 4-1. Arena groans. Ugh. Getting assists. That'll be Rolston from Clarkson. And let's see, Zajac. As clearly the lead is too much as it looks like this is going to be too much for Philadelphia today. but we've still got a lot of hockey to play here, so let's see what happens on the face-off as everybody comes back to center ice. Face-offs are still +1 to New Jersey. 5 should be a superior win. That will be a superior win. That'll go over to Mateau, and we're off once again. Passing E for Mateau. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Giroux. Giroux is going to try to make a pass with it. That'll be an inside shot for the right wing. That'll be over to Asham for an inside shot. That's a 9. He'll lose that over to Rolston. Rolston with it. Opponent defense 7. Asham will take the puck away with an outside shot only. Asham lets that go from the point. That's a 4. Save made. Devils will give that to Zajac. Zajac with it. Opponent defense 3. Giroux will be an inside shot for the left wing. Right defenseman Timonen will try to intimidate. That's a 3. Timonen will easily take the puck away. Timonen with it for Philadelphia. Opponent defense 6 looking at Mateau. He'll take away the puck with an outside shot. Mateau will make a pass. He'll lose it right back to Timonen. Timonen with it for Philadelphia once again. Opponent defense 3. Mateau will take the puck away with an inside shot. Timonen will try to intimidate. And a 12 will let Timonen intimidate and take the puck away. Passing F for Timonen. Outside shot for Van Riemsdyk. He is going to try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Giroux. Giroux's going to let that one go. That's a 9. Save made by Brodeur and up to Mateau. Mateau with it. Passing E. Will lose the puck. Outside shot for Giroux. Giroux's going to try to make a pass. Inside shot for anybody. That will be an inside shot for Asham. He's going to let that go, trying to get the Flyers back within 2. A 9 won't help. That'll lose it over to Rolston. Rolston with it for the Devils. Opponent defense 5. Asham. That'll be an outside shot for Clarkson. Clarkson is going to try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Zajac. He's going to let that go from the slot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right D. If offense rating 2 or more, Mateau is a 2. He'll have a rebound shot. That's a 5. That's a goalie rating on Leighton. That's a 2. And that would be a face-off, but there's the horn to end this. Actually, yeah, that would be a face-off either way. So there's the horn to end the second period of this game. As the Flyers and Devils trade goals in the second period, resulting in us being essentially back where we started from, New Jersey holding a 4-1 lead here in the third, going into the third period of this game. Flyers need to get something going here. They're going to go to 3 offense and keep with 2 forecheckers. The Flyers need to open this up. While I'm getting everything set for the third period of this game, I will mention that our block later this afternoon is going to take us, I'm trying to find the arena here, will take us to the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan, as the Florida Panthers will be taking on the Detroit Red Wings in Inside the Crease hockey. That will be our first look at both teams on the board, actually. The Red Wings are currently in second place in the Central Division with 29 points. The Panthers are in last in the Southeast Division with 9 points. So Panthers and the Red Wings, of course, will be a third period game, it will be a third period only, as all of my Inside the Crease games are during this replay. I will mention off the top, I will mention here that I am thinking of doing a test during Advent of the Phoenix later this year, which is my yearly December content explosion, of a full game of Inside the Crease. I'm not going to add a ticker test to that yet, because I want to see, because I'm more interested in the length of the main game, because I originally set up the third period only scheme as a way to say, okay, this is a way I can work inside the crease in as being part of my replays. So I want to see how inside the crease on a full length works. See if I've got the length of my games for that down far enough where I could feel comfortable bringing in the entire game. If I don't, I'll stick to a third period for my future replays. If I do, then I'll revisit the length question, because my expectation right now, and I'm not going to spoil anything, my expectation right now is winter 2026, which is my next executive pick season, is not going to be hockey. But I have not completely made that decision yet. We will see what I'm feeling as we get a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So with that, we are all set to start the third period of this game. Face-offs are even right now, and an 11 should be a home team win. That'll be any player. The Flyers will give that to Richards, and we are off. Looking at the Flyers, lose the puck on a possible breakaway, as the Flyers have a 3 offense right now. Left D, if the breakaway penetration rating is 4 or more, is 4. Salvador is a 1. Carl with control of that for the Flyers. He'll lose that over to Salvador. Salvador with it for the Devils. Opponent defense 3. Actually, hold on. Which one do we check? Do we check defense based on what they're in? Actually, if we check defense based on what they're in, I'm just going to look here. That's the number of forecheckers. Okay. Just double checking here. So, offense 2. I'm just double checking this, I think. Yeah, I think it's based on the defense's forecheckers. So they've got 2 forecheckers. In this case, that'll be opponent defense 3. So Carl's defense 3, he'll take the puck away with an inside shot. Salvador will try to intimidate. That's a 15, just barely, but Salvador will take the puck away. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Richards is in alone on Brodeur. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offense, any player with an offense rating 4. Richards is a 4. He'll follow his own rebound to the net. That's a 7. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's an 8. Goal on a 1-17, and score! Mike Richards takes a breakaway, follows his own rebound to the net, and now gets the Flyers back within 2. Here to start the third period, 4-2 Devils. Arena cheers. Yay! We'll pull assists. That will be from Gagne. And Carl. As the Devils now have a 4-2 lead. We'll bring everybody back to center ice, as the fans are very happy with that development. Face-offs remain even. 5 should be a home win. That will be a home win over to the left defenseman. That's over to Carl, and we're off once again. Passing C for Carl. That'll be an outside shot for Richards. Richards is going to try to make a pass. Inside shot for Gagne. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive left wing will have it, though. Parise will be in control for the Devils. Possible breakaway. Right wing, if the breakaway penetration rating is 4. Langenbrunner is a 4. He's in alone on Leighton. That's a 4. That's a goal on a 1-17. And score! Jamie Langenbrunner just as quickly gets it back for the Devils. 5-2. Arena groans. Ugh. will get assists. That will be Parise from Niedermeyer. Excuse me. And is there anybody on this card? Yep, Green. And now we are going to see a goaltending change for the Flyers, as Brian Boucher is going to step in and take over for Leighton. As the Flyers need to get something going here. They can't keep giving up. They can't keep giving up goal. They can't keep scoring and then giving them right back to the Devils. That's not going to work for them here. Faceoffs remain even. 6 should be a home win. That'll be the home right defenseman. That'll go over to Pronger, and we're off. Looking at opponent defense 10. So Green with defense 10. He'll take the puck away. Outside shot only. Green will let that go from the point. That's a 7. He'll lose that over to Carl. Carl with it for Philadelphia. He'll lose that over to Salvador. Salvador with it for the Devils. Actually, hold on. Actually, they'll lose the puck and a possible breakaway. So hold on a second. Right wing center, Langenbrunner is in alone again on Boucher this time. That's a 6. That's a save made and over to Gagne. Gagne with it for Philadelphia. That's an inside shot for the left defenseman. That is an inside shot for Carl. Salvador can try to intimidate, and he will. That's a 3. Salvador will take the puck away. Passing D for Salvador. Passing D, he'll lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. The Flyers will give that to Richards. Niedermeyer will try to intimidate. He won't intimidate. Richards with an inside shot. He's going to let that go from the slot. That's a 10. Save made over to Salvador, and we've got a forwards line change. Salvador with the puck for the Devils. Passing E. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for anybody. Flyers will give that to Carter. He's going to try to make a pass, though. Against even strength, he'll lose the puck over to Zubris. Zubris with it for the Devils. Opponent defense 5. Carter will take the puck away with an outside shot. He's going to try to make a pass. Lose the puck. Back over to Zubris. Zubris with it. Opponent defense 9. Carter will take the puck away with an outside shot only. He's going to throw that in from the slot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive left wing, if defense rating 3 or more. Kovalchuk is a 1. So Briere with the rebound shot. With a 10, that'll be a save made by Brodeur and over to Zubris. Zubris with it for New Jersey. Inside shot for anybody. He'll give that to Kovalchuk. Briere is not going to risk a penalty here. So Kovalchuk will have an inside shot. That's a 4. Uh-oh, that's a goal on a 1-10, and score! Ilya Kovalchuk puts the Devils up 6-2, and now we're probably going to see the fans start heading for the exits pretty soon. Arena groans. Ugh. We'll flip over to get some assists. Let's see. Left defenseman, no. Left wing, that's who scored. Center, that'll be from Zubris. Zubris with his 3rd point on the night, or on the day. And Green. Now 6-2 in favor of the Devils. And like I said, fans are probably going to start heading for the exits pretty soon here. Faceoffs are +1 to Philadelphia. 10 should be a superior win. That'll be a superior win indeed. That'll go over to Briere, and we're off. Briere looking at losing the puck. Outside shot only for any player. They'll give that back to Kovalchuk with an outside shot. That's a 12. That would be a goal, but Boucher's going to get a piece of that. That'll sail out of play, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Boucher. We'll also have a defensive line change before we go anywhere. As the Flyers are very much looking like they're dead in the water in this one. Faceoffs are +1 to Philadelphia. Speaking of that subject, 8 is going to be a superior win. That'll go up to Briere, and we're off once again. Passing B, inside shot for Carter. White will try to intimidate. White will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. White with it for the Devils. He'll lose the puck. Inside shot for anybody. They'll give that to Carter. Zubris will try to intimidate. Zubris will take the puck away. Zubris with it. Outside shot only for anybody. He'll give that to Kovalchuk. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating on Boucher. 6, 8, and 9 are bad numbers. That's a 6. Score! Ilya Kovalchuk gets his second of the game. His second consecutive goal, in fact. As it is now 7-2 New Jersey. And the fans are starting to head for the exits at this point. That will be Kovalchuk. We'll flip over cards and get assists from Elias. And do we have... Actually, let me look at this. Any player 9? No. Right wing 1, Elias has an assist already. Kovalchuk scored. Left defenseman, no. Center Zubris, no. Goalie, so yes, that will be an assist from Brodeur. Even Brodeur getting in on the assist scoring at this point. Wow. But the Flyers are getting lit up here, and the fans are not happy with them at all. 7-2 Devils. And I think they're going to go back to their normal 2 offense, 2 defense, just because they're probably not going to make up 5 goals here. Faceoffs are +1 to Philadelphia. 9 should be a superior win. That will be a superior win. That'll go over to Hartnell, and we're off and running. Hartnell will lose that over to Elias. Elias with it. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for Carter. Carter will let that go from the point. 9 is a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 2. That's a rebound chance. Offensive lefty, if offense rating 3 or more. Coburn is a 3. He's got a rebound shot on Brodeur. That's a 10. Save made over to Mateau, and we've got a forwards line change. The Flyers were doing decently well on that sequence of pressure there, but the Devils just unloaded on the Flyers early in the first period. Passing D for Mateau. That'll be an outside shot for Zajac. He's going to try to penetrate, actually. He won't penetrate. Giroux will take the puck away. Giroux looking at opponent defense 8. As Zajac will take the puck away. Outside shot only. That'll be a 9. That's a goalie rating on Boucher. That's a 5. Save made by Boucher over to Coburn. Mock ovation from what's left of the Philadelphia crowd here. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Left wing if the breakaway penetration rating is 2 or more. Rolston's a 4. He's in alone on Boucher. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive center if offense rating 3 or more. Zajac is a 4. He's got a rebound chance. A 6. That'll be a save made by Boucher and over to Asham. Asham with it, looking at passing D. That'll be an outside shot for Giroux. Giroux's going to let that go. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. A 7. Score! Claude Giroux gets the Flyers almost a consolation goal at this point, probably, but his second of the day. 7-3 Devils. Let's see, that was from Asham. And we're almost going to have to shuffle the split deck here in a second. Timonen. The Devils definitely came to play today, though. Yeah, we've only got 3 cards left in the split deck. We'll flip over for a face-off, +1 to New Jersey. 4 will be a Superior win all day long. That'll go to the Superior right wing. That will go over to Clarkson, and we're off. Clarkson looking at opponent defense 7, looking at Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk will take the puck away, outside shot only. That's a 3, save made, and back over to Clarkson. Clarkson will lose it back to Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk, possible breakaway. Center, if the breakaway penetration rating is 4. It's not. Zajac will have that puck for the Devils. Lose the puck, outside shot only for Van Riemsdyk. A 9 is going to be a save made and over to Clarkson. Clarkson with it, looking at losing the puck, outside shot only for Timonen. He'll let that go from the point. That's a 7, save made and up to Rolston. Rolston with it, passing F. Well, he'll lose the puck, outside shot for Giroux. Giroux's going to throw that at the net. That's a 7, save made and over to Zajac. That's the horn to end the game. And the Devils come out firing once again here in the third period, getting another 3-goal period to beat the Flyers by a final score of 7-3. Arena groans. Ugh. And based on Downey, neither team would have done anywhere near that. But speaking of Downey, it's time to ask our friends at Downey. Actually, it's time for me to pick up the sheet of my stadiums, but it's also time to ask our friends at Downey Games how the rest of the NHL fared here in Block 12, which will take us from November 16th, 2009 through November 19th, 2009. Okay. The Devils very much looking like the Devils of old in this first game for them on the board. I think the Flyers right now are winless on the board. Yeah, the Flyers are absolutely winless on the board. This will be their second time on the board and their second loss. Yep. What? Oh, here are my charts. These are my final score charts I'm looking for. I stack it like that. Okay. I was just looking for the remote for the scoreboard. Now that we've got that sorted out, we've got the shootouts ready to go if we need it. So now let's ask our friends at Downey Games via Final Score Hockey how the rest of the NHL fared. The Devils came to Philadelphia and slapped the Flyers around 7-3, but let's see how the rest of the league fared. First up on November 16th, we've got the Islanders and the Bruins. Islanders, G46, that is 3. Bruins, F43 is 2. That's a pressure situation for the Bruins. The Bruins are an E under pressure. A 32, though, won't get it done. The Islanders will take that win, 3-2. Oilers and the Blue Jackets. Oilers, I-34 is 3. Blue Jackets, D-15 is 0. The Oilers will take that one in a shutout, 3-0. Kings and the Panthers. We'll see the Panthers later this afternoon. Kings, K26 is 3. Panthers, I-16, that is 2. Pressure situation for the Panthers. Panthers are an E under pressure. An E32, though, won't get it done for the Panthers. The Kings will take that win, 3-2. Lightning and the Coyotes. Lightning, E31 is 2. Coyotes, G11 is 0. That'll be a shutout win for the Lightning, 2-0. Ducks and the Penguins. Ducks, G42 is 3. Penguins, K53 is 4. Pressure situation for the Ducks. The Ducks are an E under pressure. A 66 might score for the Ducks, and a C16 won't stop the Ducks. The Ducks get the equalizer with the net empty, which means we are going to overtime. Penguins with a chance to win first. Penguins with a K44. That will just miss getting it done for them. Ducks as a G53. That's just at the top of their range to score. The Ducks will take that one 5-4 in overtime. November 17th, Avalanche and the Flames. Avalanche, I-23 is 2. Flames, H-54 is 4. The Flames will take that win, 4-2. Hurricanes and the Canadiens. Hurricanes, H-33, that is 2. Canadiens, G-13 is 1. Pressure situation for the Canadiens. The Canadiens are an E under pressure. A 42 won't get it done for the Canadiens, though. The Hurricanes will take that win, 2-1. Sharks and the Predators. Sharks, I-61 is 4. Predators, K-33 is 3. That'll be a pressure situation for the Predators. Predators are a C under pressure. A 62 has a chance to score for the Predators. Sharks are a B21, and they can't stop them. The Predators will score. They'll get the equalizer with the net empty, and now we have overtime as the Predators are looking to win this game first. A K-16 won't get it done for the Predators, but an I-64 almost certainly will for San Jose. It will. They'll take that win 5-4 in overtime. Capitals and the Rangers. Capitals, N25 is 3. Rangers, I-52, that is 4. Pressure situation for the Capitals. Capitals are an A under pressure. A 52 might score for the Capitals. Rangers are an E33. That won't stop the Capitals, as the Capitals get the equalizer with the net empty. Rangers with a chance to win first. And an I-62 for the Rangers will get it done. The Rangers will take that one 5-4 in overtime. Maple Leafs and the Senators. Okay, that was just my phone dropping. Maple Leafs, F26 is 2. Senators, E31 is also 2. Pressure situations all around. Maple Leafs are a B, Senators are a C. Actually, nope, I don't have that backwards. I thought I did. B54 might score for the Maple Leafs. C36 won't let the Senators stop them. The Maple Leafs will score. Can the Senators now get the equalizer? Actually, wait a second. Well, never mind. Senators at an E45 won't get it done. The Maple Leafs take that one 3-2 late in the third. November 18th, Panthers and the Sabres. Panthers, F43 is 2. Sabres, J25 is also 2. Pressure situations all around. Panthers are an E, Sabres are a C. E64 might score for the Panthers. A C43 won't let the Sabres stop them. Panthers take the lead. Sabres need the equalizer. A C65 might get it for them. An E15 won't let the Panthers stop them. The Sabres will score, and that game is headed into overtime. Sabres with a chance to win first. A J43 for the Sabres won't get it done. Neither will an F13 for the Panthers, which means we've got a shootout. Good thing I've got this handy-dandy scoreboard all set for that. Both teams are a D in the shootout. Round 1. Neither team will score. Both teams, what do you see? D are in shootout? Yep, neither team will score. Round 2. Panthers will score. Sabres will not. Round 3. If the Panthers score here, it's over. And a 61 will let the Panthers score. They will win this one 4-3 in the shootout. November 18th, if I didn't mention that, by the way. Stars and the Red Wings. We'll see the Red Wings later this afternoon. Stars. H23 is 2. Red Wings also an H. They roll a 24. That is also 2. Pressure situations all around. Stars are an E. Red Wings are a C. C65 might stop the... an E65 might let the Stars score. A C43, though, won't let the Red Wings stop them. The Stars take the lead. Red Wings need the equalizer. A C55 might let the Red Wings get it. An E46, though, won't let the Stars stop them. And we are tied. We've got another one heading for the shootout. Round 1 of the shootout. Both teams are a D in the shootout. Stars will score in round 1. Wings will not. Round 2. I believe, let's see, D. Both teams will score, which means the Red Wings have to score and the Stars can't, or this game's over. Stars don't score, but neither do the Red Wings, so the Stars will take that one 4-3 in a shootout. Avalanche and the Oilers. Avalanche. I-35 is 3. Oilers, H26 is 2. That'll be a pressure situation for the Oilers. The Oilers are an E under pressure with the net empty. A 14 won't get it done, though. The Avalanche will take that one 3-2. Flyers and the Kings. Flyers, G54, that is 3. Kings, M25 is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Flyers are a D, Kings are a C. Neither team will score on their pressure situations, which means we are going to overtime. Kings with a chance to win first. And M53 will get it done for the Kings. They will take that game 4-3 in overtime. Coyotes and the Wild. Coyotes, G35 is 2. Wild, K52, that is 4. The Wild will take that one 4-2. November 19th, Lightning and the Ducks. Lightning, G54, that is 3. Ducks, I56, that is 4. Pressure situation for the Lightning. The Lightning are an E under pressure. An E16 won't get it done, though. The Ducks will quack their way to a 4-3 victory in that one. Bruins and the Thrashers. Yep. Bruins, G25, that is 2. Thrashers, L56, that is 4. The Thrashers will take that one 4-2. Come on. There we go. Maple Leafs and the Hurricanes. Maple Leafs, G54, that is 3. Hurricanes, F35 is 2. Pressure situation for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes are an E under pressure. But a 24 won't get it done for the Hurricanes. The Maple Leafs will take that one 3-2. Blackhawks and the Flames. Blackhawks, L16 is 2. Flames, I44, that is 3. That's a pressure situation for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks are a B under pressure. But a 36 won't get it done for them. The Flames will take that one 3-2. Blue Jackets and the Stars. Blue Jackets, G14 is 1. Stars, I53 is 4. Stars will take that one 4-1. Devils and the Predators. Devils, E14 is 1, just barely 1. Predators, L31, that is 3. Predators will take that game 3-1. Penguins and the Senators. Penguins, actually both teams roll a 31. Penguins are an I, that is 2. Senators are an H, that is also 2. Pressure situations all around, both teams are C's. A 24 won't do anything for the Penguins, neither will a 41 for the Senators, which means we have overtime, and the Senators have a chance to win first. An H61 will get it done for the Senators. They will take that game 3-2 in overtime. Coyotes and the Blues. Coyotes, G46, that is 3. Blues, K35, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Coyotes are a B, Blues are a D. B65 might get it done for the Coyotes, but the Blues are able to find a huge save on a D64. Now the Blues under pressure. A D65 might get it done for the Blues, and a B41 says the Coyotes can't stop it, so the Blues will take that game 4-3 late in the third period. That is your final score ticker from Final Score Hockey by Downey Games. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always this afternoon. This afternoon we will be at the Joe in Detroit, Michigan, Joe Louis Arena, as we will be visiting Inside the Crease Hockey between the Florida Panthers and the Detroit Red Wings. As for what else is scheduled on the channel, tomorrow morning we are going to be playing Space Corp 2025 to 2300 by GMT Games. Wednesday, we'll be playing Twilight Inscription by Fantasy Flight. And Saturday next week, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Exquisite Exandria official Critical Role cookbook as we make the entree, fried chicken and coffee bacon gravy. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The New Jersey Devils ride a 3-point effort from Ilya Kovalchuk, 2 goals and an assist, to a 7-3 victory over the Philadelphia Flyers. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys later this afternoon.